Hey yo, Janae Benet here, and in this video we are going to show you how to vertically stream to Facebook gaming. Facebook gaming is really growing and Facebook is optimized for mobile users, so what this allows you to do is give the mobile viewers the best view of your stream. As well as anyone on desktop, they'll be able to also view your vertical stream, but with the best quality and best settings. Here's how. Once you launch OBS, you're going to see that it is on our landscape canvas, which is 1280 by 720. What we want to have it on is our portrait canvas, which is going to be 720 by 1280. So the first thing we're going to do is come down on our right, click on settings, and we're also going to click on output. We want to rescale our output 720 by 1280, and then we want to go to the video tab and rescale the base canvas to 720 by 1280 again. That is going to change your aspect ratio from 16:9 to 9:16, which means it's in portrait. Next, we're also going to change the output scaled resolution to the same thing, 720 by 1280, so we can continue to keep that 9:16 ratio. We're going to click apply. Next, we're going to click on stream, and we are going to connect it to our Facebook Live. And it's going to ask if you want to continue. You're going to go ahead and say, yes, I do. You can find your stream key on your Facebook account where you are going to go live. If you just click get stream key, it'll actually take you to that exact page. If you are using a like page, you would have to switch over to your like page, but the stream key will always be in the same place. The next thing we want to do is click ignore streaming service setting recommendations, because then it will try to automatically fix the output and we have the exact numbers that we need, so we don't need it to do that. So we are going to click ignore and continue and hit yes. Now we're going to click apply. You see the changes are being made. Let's move these back over. Let's see. Hopefully you can still see those. Let's do this. Now we're going to add our capture card. So I'm going to turn on my system at this point so we can get our capture card up and running. We're going to hit add video capture card. I'm going to put Elgato. So as you can see, the Elgato is a bit bigger than what it's supposed to, but we are about to resize that right now. So this is what you're going to do if you're using a capture card. First things first, we are going to right click, find transform, and then we're going to transform to center screen. So we have our game footage straight and center. So this is going to make it easier to line it up. We're going to edit that transform by right clicking on the game capture screen again, transform down here, edit transform, and there are very specific numbers to put in here. So we want to set scene item transform to get the gameplay to fit the resolution. Our first position is going to be -479.0000, which it'll auto populate itself if you don't put 0. And then we just want to put that one to 0. You can leave the rotation. You want to go on to change the sides. Size is supposed to be 1920 by 1080, which it already is. Positional alignment to top left. Bounding box, no bounds. So depending on the game that you're playing, you may want to play around with exactly how it looks. Like, for example, for this tutorial, I'm actually going to be playing Diablo because there are many elements that can be moved around and still have like a seamless gameplay. So specifically, my Diablo settings are -424 by 0, rotation 0. My size is actually 1559 by 877. And then I'm going to hit close. Now we're going to go on to aligning your gameplay and the on-screen elements. First, you want to duplicate your game capture. I do want to say though, whatever you are duplicating, if you change the name of it, it will automatically change all of the duplicates as well. And like whatever you do to it, it'll automatically change it for the rest of them. If you're playing a PC game, you can simply add the PC game by hitting add, going to game capture, and adding the game, and the same rules will apply, so whichever one you want to do. We're going to move on to duplicating and aligning your on-screen elements and your gameplay for it to fit the portrait landscape that we have. So you want to right click, copy and paste your Elgato, your capture card, your game capture. That's going to have to be in the same scene. We're going to paste the reference. Renaming it doesn't help, because if you rename this one, like if you do Elgato 1, it'll just rename them all of the ones. So you have to keep it straight in your head. So we've did that. Let's go to actual gameplay so we can see what we're doing. Yep, that's totally fine. As it's loading up, we're going to press and hold Alt, and we're going to drag the sides in. So this isn't resizing it, it's actually cropping it. So we want to do that, drag the sides in. So that's going to be for the first one. We still have another one that's right here, which we're actually going to start taking elements from. So this one can go back up here, and it's not very hard to move around. We want to focus on this one. Oh, we're going to duplicate this a couple more times, or actually it's still there, and paste. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 screens, which should be enough. So here we are focusing on the second one. We are going to turn off the first 2. You can always turn it off to make it a bit easier to look around and see. So what we want to do is grab our scoundrel first, because in Diablo you're going to have people in your party. And we're going to hold the Alt key again and crop the image straight up until scoundrel. And we're going to move that down here. Then we're going to turn on our next scene, or our next source. Word to the wise, definitely copy and paste the reference for the full game and not the one that you have already cropped. So we're going to grab the rest of our UI that's right here. We can shrink it just a little bit, not too much where it's hard to see, but also where it'll fit nicely, because we still have to get our map, which is going to come from our 4th one right here. So I'm going to uncrop, move over, hold Alt again to crop it just to see the map, and I'm going to keep it right over here. Usually I like line these up and I take like a lot of time, but for the tutorial we're kind of going to leave it as it is as of right now. So you're going to continue to do this with all of the elements. Like, I don't know, if you're playing the Gundam fighting game, you're going to have to do this for multiple elements, and continue to do it until you have every element on screen that you're actively using. So we're going to get into using our Facebook alerts. What you want to do is fb.gg/streamer. And let me get that up for you really quickly. and it'll show you your creative tools and your live dashboard. So here's where we're going to find our elements. You're going to want to scroll down to alerts right here. Click the three dots to open the alerts tab. And we want our alert pop up in a new screen, right? So that we'll have our URL that we're going to copy over here in a browser source. So Facebook alerts. So those are our Facebook alerts right there. So you won't be able to see your alert box until you actually get an alert. I have mine resized by right-clicking, transform, edit. You don't have to put this exact size in, but it is 1042 by 782, and it's a really nice size because when people send you stars or they like or they share, they'll be able to see their name big across the screen and remember this is mobile, so it's taking up most of the screen anyway. So I resized it to what I would like, and we're going to send a test alert to see how it looks. That's perfect for me. You can also add your Facebook chat to your stream by clicking the three dots over the comment section. Actually, you can pop out the URL, so you can get the URL right there. We're going to come back over. Add another browser source so we can have chat. The thing about having the chat is that because it'll be on mobile, it'll be there anyway, so you don't have to add the chat. This is like just if you would like to, and then of course you would have to like clean it up, resize it to fit it to where you want. So I would have my chat looking something like that where I can still see it. But like I said, on mobile, they automatically add chat in there, so that's not super necessary. This is what your scenes would look like. You can also add yourself in there too. Another cool thing about Facebook is that they automatically add captions, so I wouldn't even have these there. So I would have space down here for like my face or to like line up the elements as like I wanted to. See, I could line them up, have more space to spread them out and everything like that. So that is how you stream vertically on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. It comes out really nice. It looks really nice on mobile because no one has to turn their screen sideways. They can just keep it straight on. And it also looks nice on Facebook, the desktop. So if they're watching through desktop, they'll still get the full screen experience, and you'll be able to move around and do all of the things that you like to do and play Diablo vertically. So thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope it really helped you. Definitely also check out the article piece to get the full numbers and everything like that. Take it easy and stream safely.